I have a big news coming in from Jharkhand. Hemant Soren, cabinet expansion is scheduled today at the Raj Bhavan. The governor will administer the oath of office to the minister. Hemant Soren will be heading for a floor test. And remember, after that, ministers will be sworn in. And Hemant Soren himself will be sworn on the 4th of July. After his bail, it's the kind of confidence and the boost that Hemant Soren has got as a former chief minister. And this time to become the solitary minister to take oath as the chief minister, because he had resigned from the chief minister position. He is, of course, likely now, as he returns, he is one of the most important, powerful and influential leaders there in JMM in Jharkhand, and therefore now that oath is likely to be taken in just a short while. So remember, while Hemant Soren had resigned and then was taken into custody, it was a land scam that he had been approved of how illegally he had managed to buy a certain land and with, of course, a reduced price. But he's been out on bail, and importantly, with the wave that he gave, the welcome that he got when he reached back home, that is going to be very significant. And what next for Hemant Soren? While Champai Soren had become the chief minister of the state, and Hemant Soren was sworn on the 4th of July, but it will be now about the cabinet expansion, specifically the sort of responsibility that Hemant Soren will take now. There is clearly nobody else compared to Hemant Soren who's as powerful within the government and within the party. But with the new government in Jharkhand, and now as he becomes and he returns to his position clearly, it will be a special session of the Jharkhand Legislative Assembly. So in just a few hours, we are expecting that session to convene. The cabinet expansion of the new government also will take place today itself. So sworn in now as the 13th CM of Jharkhand, basically returning to his position. So barely days after he was granted bail. So he was granted bail on the 28th of June by the Jharkhand High Court. He had already spent 5 months in jail. But 5 months, not very long this time, as he's returned immediately to his designation. Satyajit is joining me from Ranchi for the latest on that. Satyajit, so he returns. He's not wasted much time. Immediately oath लेकर as a CM cabinet expansion. But किस तरह से हम इस बार देखेंगे उनका return? क्या रहेगा? क्या ज़्यादा powerful और थोड़ा एक जो anger है एक तरह, क्योंकि उन्होंने कहा था political vendetta हुआ है उनके साथ. क्या ये सब भी देखने को मिलेगा हेमंत सोरेन?
Yes, he has made a strong comeback, and now after the trust vote, he is likely to expand his cabinet, and that is all set for 3:30 p.m. Now, who are going to be the faces is not known as yet, but most probably the old faces will be repeated, and few new faces could be inducted. Since Alamgir Alam was arrested by ED in a money laundering case in the Cass House, and now Irfan Ansari, another legislator from Congress, from minority community, is all set to be inducted in the cabinet. And yes, of course, Hemant Soren has made a strong comeback, and he'll reach out to the people and he'll explain them how he was kept in jail,
yes.
What is the verdict of the court. And if you go by the lines of the court's judgment and the order, he says that you can clearly make it out that a conspiracy was hatched against him. That is what he's going to explain. And the assembly polls are round the corner towards the end of the year. And he's going to mobilize the people. After all this expansion and the other processes, he is definitely going on a tour, Abhar Yatra, and then he is going to explain with the people. He'll connect with the people ahead of the assembly polls to make sure that the India bloc returns to power in Jharkhand once more.